So, good afternoon, good evening, good night, everybody. I have my first guest here, Savio Tadimonio.
Tadimulio, yes.
Tadimonio.
Alright, thank you for having me.
How do you say your last name?
Savio.
I said last name.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you got it all right. Savio Tadimulio.
Tadimonio.
Yeah,
There's an L.
Tadimulio. Yeah, there's an L.
Where does your last name actually come from?
It's Indonesian. I have no idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I know my last name, Monte, is from Curacao. But I'm like, what? And my dad's like, yeah, your father from Curacao. And I'm like, really? Like, yeah, but we never go in there.
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 So most people, they see my last name, they're like, Monte, you speak Spanish. I'm like, yes. But for the wrong assumption.
The wrong reasons here,
the
people.
wrong reasons. You have brothers and sisters?
I have a little brother, yeah.
One little brother.
One little brother,
How old is he?
yeah. He should be 11.
11 right now.
He's 11 right now, yeah.
I also have a baby brother and one older sister. So I have two siblings. But Savi, you go to Breda University right now.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your opleiding? Actually, you know what? Tell me, who is Savio? Like, what is your characteristics, you would say, like, in short?
In short.
You
really put me on the spot with this one. Who is Savio? Such a deep question. Who am I?
Who is Savio?
What kind of philosophy would you like to? Okay. But to give you a short answer, I was born in Suriname, and then my parents found work in St. Maarten, so I moved to St. Maarten when I was about 6 years old. So I mostly grew up in St. Maarten, and then I moved to the Netherlands to further my studies. That's why I attend Breda University of Applied Sciences. I'm currently studying international tourism management. And before this, I have a bit of a background in hospitality because I did a hospitality study. And then I moved to the Netherlands and then to do my tourism. I also did my internship in events. So I'm kind of figuring out what exactly I enjoy. But I know I enjoy working with people. What else is there about me? I think I'm just generally very social. I do enjoy hanging out with my friends and kind of just going out and meeting new people. Working on my social skills is also something that I've been doing recently. So I think that's there. And for me, I think my main values are just building up good relationships with people. Kind of just figuring out what I want to do with my life at the moment. And I think it's important to just leave good energy for everyone. And I don't want anyone to have like an interaction with me and then they feel worse about themselves. I always try to spread positive energy and make sure everyone's okay. But I've also learned that there's like kind of like a where you should stop doing it, trying to please everyone if it starts to affect you. You know, if you start to lose yourself, and I've figured this out from my own personal experience, trying to make sure everyone likes me, and it doesn't always work out, and you should know when to draw the border and when to draw the line there.
Sounds like, because the way you're describing it sounds like you used to be a people pleaser.
Yeah, but I think even now I still am, but I found where my border is.
Your middle point, like to the
like,
point like, okay, this is for you, but this is also for me.
Yeah, and also just thing. Like this is, I can give this much of myself without it being a huge nuisance. Like I'm really putting you over me.
Could be me, G. I don't care not a single button for myself. I get a partner like, you have everything. You want a liver? I got two. No,
that's why I was like, you got two kidneys. You
got two kidneys. Exactly. She owns everything. Because it's funny because for some reason, like one of my favorite movies of all time is The Addams Family.
Yeah.
And I see myself like as a hero, or is that an alarm?
That's the brandweer, yeah.
Brandweer, and there's nothing burning right here. Actually no, there was a huge place like a few days ago that was burning. It was all up in smokes. Like even on my phone, I got that. The
alert. The
alert. I got it twice in a day. And I'm like, I think I went like boodschappen, like doing my groceries around like 2, and then I saw the smoke, and I'm like, cool, black smoke. I want to see that. Oh. And I walked for almost like 1 kilometer away. I did my groceries. I came back, and I'm like, I want to see the smoke. I went towards the place, and it was a giant place, just like up in like black smoke. And as I was getting closer to the place, like some type of like thing was falling down. I felt like
Mhm.
water was like dripping, but I'm like, there's no way, G. And then as I look up, I see like black like stuff just floating through the air. I'm like, damn, shit up in flames, G. That looks lit.
That beyond me. Beyond me, bro. If I see fire, I go the other way. Listen. If I see any sign of danger or anything that could harm me, I'm going the other way. I would be a terrible actor in a horror movie because I'm just the moment I hear one sound, I'm going the other direction.
You just hear like I'm out.
I'm out.
A man cannot work in Scooby-Dooing.
No. Listen, Scooby-Doo. I love that show. I've seen like years of Scooby-Doo.
Same.
But it would never be me.
Bruh.
Bro.
Have you felt like after a while the new like I guess new season just like change animation?
Yeah.
How many series of Scooby-Doo is there? Because I feel like
way too much.
Way
Way too many.
Because like for me, I was on Cartoon Network, so for me like each new day is a new episode, and this gonna be the best stuff ever. Because I didn't think like like shows go per season, and I'm like now I'm figuring that out. I'm like, how many seasons do cartoons, like good cartoons, how many seasons do they have?
That's a tough one, man. I think like, but also the thing is that like sometimes the cartoon will end, and then they just make a version.
Okay, I gotta.
No worries.
Wait, let me. All right, sorry about that. I actually got package. Yeah, because I think a few like months ago, I got a like paper from gemeente saying like, we're supporting like green movement, whatever. Here's 90 euros worth of waterbon.
90 euros.
90 euros,
bro.
And I
The
just
gemeente needs to send that to me.
Bro,
I would have started getting smart LEDs and shit. Yo, listen, I would have had it set up. I start clapping and my lights turn off. That makes the bedroom a real fun night. Just imagine, just you and your girlfriend just doing it. And your light just going on and off. On and off. You catch a seizure.
But my LED right now, I also have that setting.
Yeah,
I can even set like how much sensitivity it is.
Yeah.
It got like disco, or it got like flash. I'm like, I like this shit, but I never. It's like a whole thing. Like, I have to press the button, look for the setting. I'm like, what 4 colors do I want? I'm like, random.
So you see, I have an app on my phone, so I open it. And it has like it's just listening to whatever voices, because it just uses the voice recorder. So it'll just, whatever sounds, it'll activate based on sounds.
Nice.
So I just leave the app open with the mic icon on. And you just go. You just go at it.
And I say, hey, yo, listen, you go ham.
We just.
Do you put music?
Yeah. I got a playlist.
I didn't mean with that. I just meant with the lights.
Oh, with the lights. No. See, the lights work with the phone, and the smart speaker will play the playlist. Yeah. I got a 12-hour
playlist. After the first 5 minutes, I'm gone. I'm
one song in.
One song
in, and you're out.
I just got me dead.
No. I've never gone the whole 12 hours. I promise you that.
That was my next question. Did you ever finish?
No way.
Like, damn, you just doing it and then sleeping, waking up, eating, showering, come back, and it's still going.
Yeah. It's half a day. Like I could put this thing before I go to bed, and when I wake up, it's still going. Yeah.
I like how it just started so fucking professional, and look at it,
it's just gone down the drain. This is I'll be bloopers, fellas. Don't worry.
No, what do you mean?
This is gonna show up at the end of the video after we've done the serious part. There's gonna be a beep, and then
I'm gonna do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, but back to the what we were talking about. These lamps.
Give me 1 second though. No, I don't care for the brightness, as long as yeah.
It's just okay. It's the first video.
It's the first video. I can always blame it on the light outside.
Yeah.
Because it gets fucking dark. It gets really dark. Like immediately, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Life of the Netherlands.
Been here for like 2 years. Don't know if I like it.
Don't know if you like it.
Don't know. Like at times I like it, but at times I'm like, this is pretty
I mean, the weather, but I like it here.
I think I love the idea of like seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so amazing. New seasons,
I
new
love
clothes.
the idea of
But then when I got here, I'm like, this sucks. Why is it so cold? It's warm, and it's like I wear so many like layers. I'm like, I'm sweating, my guy. I'm sweating.
I love the idea of seasons. I wish we could just skip winter. If we could just skip winter.
Oh no,
as a
but
season, then we
I
don't
mean,
have 3 seasons,
because you don't
that'd
like
be great.
cold.
I don't
Though.
like cold.
I
don't like that
I
cold.
used to like cold. No,
I don't.
I do.
Listen, I take cold showers. I like cold when I can control it.
You take cold showers?
Yeah.
Even I don't take cold showers.
Yeah.
Like
I take cold showers.
on Aruba, I had to take us because we didn't have temperatures. Like
Yeah,
it either
just
opens
whatever,
or closes.
Whatever you open and you suffer for it.
Exactly. But like cold, I'll take it. But now that it's an option, I don't.
You don't know. I'd be taking
I
cold
don't.
showers.
Why? I do know like it's good for in the morning to take cold shower because it wakes up everything. And at night it's good to take hot showers because it relaxes the muscles. That's why jacuzzi is so relaxing because warm water like it kind of massages the muscles. But I'm like, nah, I just use it to wake up.
Nah, I like cold showers. I like the feeling.
Yeah.
I like the feeling, especially like the thing is like if you take a cold shower, when like it hurts kind of in the beginning, and it sucks at first, but like it's the feeling when all the blood has like drained from your head, and you kind of just when you step out and all you just feel like a bit euphoric.
See, when you said when the blood drains out of your head, I feel lightheaded. And that makes me want to fall down, G.
Oh no!
You know when you're laying down, you like stand up like hella fast. You're like, oh no.
Yeah. You start seeing those bright twinkle things. And
I used to believe that those were like white blood cells.
Yeah.
Is it true or not?
I have no idea. Probably not. I don't think you'd be able to see your white blood cells.
See, this is why I wanted a third person because I need like someone to like fact check me.
Hey yo, Google that real quick.
Hey yo, hey Bixby.
2 years later. We still don't know the answer.
I know some people hate the idea of Bixby on phones.
I don't use Bixby at all.
Oh yeah, you have an Android, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know people that have like iPhones. They rarely use Siri, but they're like, "Hey, what are you using Bixby for?" I'm like, because it's a function.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fine function, but like, especially when I'm home, I have a smart speaker, so I can just go, "Hey Google." Amazing. Yeah, I can just go, "Hey Google," and it answers my questions.
It's so like in deep how basically it registers what you're saying and looks for what you're asking.
Listen, I don't have to do like my room. I made my room mad lazy, bro. My speaker is connected to my LEDs and everything. I don't have to do anything.
I feel like once you got like that, because it's called Google Home, right?
Yeah.
Because when you go with that, you're like, oh, I need to connect it with my light. I need to connect it with my TV.
Everything.
Hey Google, turn on TV.
That's exactly how it goes. That's exactly what I do. I really be in there. I just be on my bed. Hey Google, turn on TV. Turns on. Sometimes, listen, if you want to be really lazy, you don't even want to scroll, you could just go, hey Google, play Friends from Netflix on TV.
Ooh.
And that shit plays. Amazing.
Bro. Oh, why you said Friends?
When
you said Friends, I feel like
I can't have a comfort show.
That's your comfort show?
Me?
That's your comfort show?
I put it on as background.
I put Rick and Morty as background, but I feel like Friends is like one of those like over like hype series or over funny series. I'm like, it's not funny.
Yeah, it is.
To you?
I mean, I know it's overhyped and everything, but it's just background.
I put Rick and Morty, fam.
See, the thing is, Rick and Morty gets interesting.
Okay, true.
Yeah. That's not background anymore. If I'm actually watching it,
that makes sense because sometimes when I work on my laptop, I usually put it on my TV via my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I just like put YouTube or Netflix or whatever. And sometimes I just catch myself staring.
Yeah, exactly.
I just like, wait, I know this episode. It looks interesting.
Yeah. Because that stuff will happen, and you're like, ooh, okay.
Exactly.
Then it's not a background show anymore.
No, but sometimes like if I know the episode, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it again, and I'll just do whatever. Because my problem is I like background noise. And I think most people that know me said that. And I think there was this one partner. She said that, the reason you like constant noise is because you don't want to be alone with your thoughts.
There was no need for her to.
I'm like, there's no need for you to expose me like that.
There was no reason. You couldn't just.
What was the reason?
You couldn't just live ignorantly in bliss, right? It's just women don't want to see you happy. That's what. The more stories I hear about your dating, it's just they don't want you to be happy.
I think I told you about that one ex that sent me a snap of her with her like partner on the bed, right?
Yeah.
Fam.
Literally.
Or the
These
one
women
that
hate you.
or the one that like introduced me to her friends with benefits.
Yeah. That's awkward as hell.
Damn.
That is awkward.
You know what's funny? I met another ex recently. Oh jeez, this is a whole nother story.
Oh god.
I'm gonna tell right now.
All right.
I'm gonna tell. So basically, there's this one ex
Let's tell
back
the world.
in Aruba. We were talking and we were kind of like in a dating phase. And I remember after a while, she just completely disappeared off the planet of the Earth.
It'd be like that.
I heard nothing from this chick. I finished my HAVO and did like a year in Aruba, and then at a random point I was just like doing part-time and I see this chick next to a beach just walking by. As she passes towards me, she's like, Alan, and I'm like,
you?
No, I'm not you. Thank you. And then I'm like, how's it going? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I moved out of my parents' house like 3 years ago and I'm living with my boyfriend.
Oh.
And I'm like,
3 years?
3 years.
Oh, that's where the math is adding up now.
And and then I'm like, 3 years? Oh, wow. Where y'all live? And she's like, oh, we live on a boat.
On a boat?
On a boat.
Okay, that's an interesting choice.
Listen, if she would have said yacht, I'm like, okay, dope. She said a boat. I'm like, wow, damn, you downgraded?
I mean, like it could be a nice boat. I don't know.
It could be a nice boat, too.
Was it like a fishing boat?
It was a fishing boat.
Oh, not even like a houseboat.
Not even a houseboat.
You know the ones where you can go like underneath the ground, and then no?
She's sleeping next to sardines. No, but listen.
So they honeymoon on a dinghy.
Their daily food is just fish.
Oh.
And starfish.
Oh.
Can you eat starfish? No, you can't, right?
I have no idea.
I feel like almost. I
don't think anyone's tried to eat Patrick.
Humans have tried almost everything on a grill or try to cook it.
Oh yeah, Americans probably try to deep fry it.
Oh, I've seen somebody deep fry sushi.
Listen, I've seen people deep fry butter. Butter, bro. Butter.
Hold on.
I've seen people deep fry ice cream. Butter and ice cream.
Bruh, wait, just can you tell me about that?
Clear what they did?
Who was this person?
I don't know. I know for sure it was an American because no European is making this stuff. No European at all is making this stuff. But yeah, so what they did is they kind of like froze a block of butter and then seasoned it and then deep fried it. Same thing they did with the ice cream.
Wait, what? They deep fried ice cream?
Yeah. Like, beyond me, bro. Beyond me. I'm sure we can find a recipe online written by an American. These people will deep fry anything. And it's delicious, probably. It's delicious, but
he says it. But unnecessary.
But, like, you know, and, like, I'm not the healthiest person ever, but, like, there are boundaries. Even for me.
Like, I like deep frying butter. That sounds weird already. Deep frying ice cream? That sounds stupid, my guy.
Listen, I've seen people... I remember it was on a show, like, was it Guy Fieri's something?
Guy Fieri?
But this guy went to a restaurant, or was it, no. It's, do you know what's his name?
Oh, wait.
Fluffy.
Fluffy, the comedian. Wait, I totally forgot the story about the girl. It didn't finish. Okay, so, sorry for cutting you.
No worries.
Yeah, so on a boat, and then after that, we separated ways.
Can you legally live on a boat in Aruba, or is she like?
I don't even know.
Because it's not like I know in the Netherlands you can live on a boat, but it's like a houseboat.
It's a houseboat, yeah.
But like,
oh, now I remember something about this girl. Wait, I have to make this. We're just going through it. So basically, after that, I finished my colegio, and then I came here to the Netherlands. Now, back in my colegio days, in my third year of colegio, I remember I had this one friend of mine that was lesbian, and then she was very close to us. Why also? Anyways, I'm not gonna say that, but I remember she said like, oh, she's gonna go to the party this weekend, and apparently it's gonna be a very interesting party. I'm like, what do you mean interesting? She's like, oh, cause shit happens at the party.
Shit happens.
And I'm like, what do you mean by that? I'm like, okay.
I don't like how vague this is.
This sounds very vague. It sounds dangerous.
This sounds like a party my parents would not want me to go to.
And then I remember I'm like, okay, if you're gonna go, tell me about it on when I see you again on like Monday at school. And then she's like, okay, sure. Weekend goes by, and then as I see her, I remember she told me like, yeah, I met this random ass girl, and we kind of just did it. And I'm like, what do you mean just did it? And then she shows me her phone, and then I see her and the girl. I'm like, wait, that's the same girl I was talking to.
Oh damn.
And I'm like, can you tell me the story real quick?
Yeah.
And then she's like,
for my own
yeah, like how was the party? Tell me, no? And then she's like, yeah. So what happened was she went to the party and it got very boring. And then apparently this random girl was like completely drunk. She kind of like grabbed her hand and kind of like passed me her hand. She kind of like touched it together, and then she's like, oh, we have the same hand size. And then she's like, oh, that's cool.
That's always a good opener for
It's
women.
good opener.
It's just, yo, on a guy that works all the time, because you're, you know, usually your hand's bigger and your brain just goes, oh,
hi. But then she laughed, and then the random girl suggested, you want to come to my place? And then
this is how people get murdered.
That's how people get murdered, right? I'm like, this is a whole scary movie.
Yeah.
And then I remember she said the girl told her it was her first time doing this. And then they just went for it. And I'm like, huh, I've been trying to date this girl for like 3 months, and you got her on a random date, on a random party. No date, no roses, no chocolate, no flowers, nothing.
No romance at all.
No romance. She's like, let me see your hand real quick.
That's crazy. I gotta start writing this down as an opener. Maybe this will work in the club.
Okay, so that happened like in my colegio days, like in my Havo. And then when I got here, like I think a few weeks ago, I went to Breda, because it was a carnival in Breda.
Yeah.
And then I just walked there, and then I see her and with one of my friends, and I'm like, hi, and I just gave her a hug. I remember I used to write love poems, and I wrote 3 for her.
Oh, okay.
She never answered back.
That's
hard.
If she doesn't answer the first one, you should stop writing.
She should stop. And then I remember I saw the guy, and I knew him because he was a friend. I gave him a handshake, whatever. And then I said like, oh, what y'all doing here? And she's like, oh, we're going on a date. I'm like, oh, y'all dating? And he's like, yeah, we've been going out for like 3 years. And I'm like,
they've been dating for 3 years?
They've been dating for 3 years.
But she's not his girlfriend?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, okay, so the guy from Aruba was another guy. And this guy is my friend. And I'm like, you dodged me for 2 of my friends?
That's crazy.
When's my turn, huh?
No, you don't want it.
When's my turn?
You don't want that.
I don't want it.
You don't want that. You don't want that kind of
no, I feel like I dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
Though. But like, I kind of want to know, because I feel like
you kind of want to know.
Because I just want a toxic experience to learn from the mistakes.
Okay.
I learn from mistakes.
You learn from mistakes.
Why do you think I'm so funny?
Who don't hear does feel. That's your motto. That's your motto. Who don't hear must feel. You gotta feel it to learn it.
You gotta feel it to learn it.
That's crazy.
Wait, give me 1 second. You know, some people don't actually like the fact that I use my watch a lot for some certain things, like for answering messages or calls or whatever. I can just answer, like if you call me on WhatsApp, I can answer it right here, or pay with my watch. And some people like, why are you flexing? I'm like, I'm not flexing. It's just it's its function.
Yeah,
form follows function.
Yeah. Like this is what I bought it for. It's not a flex. I work for it, and
exactly.
You know, I'm not judging you for not using it. You know, you don't pull out your bank card and I go broke.
Card broke. Meanwhile, I feel like everybody. You know what's the thing? I feel like everybody says they're broke, but I'm like, it's not true. You just don't know how to fucking budget.
Oh, listen. No, I know how to budget, but every time I say I'm broke, that means that I just don't want to give out money. There's that.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that's a good excuse.
Yeah.
I feel like I would say that.
Yeah. I know how to budget, but I'm just broke for the activities that you want to do.
For the activities.
Or listen, I'm just broke to you.
I'm just broke to you.
You and I aren't close enough for me to be spending that much money. You know?
I feel like you have a good bond or like good relationship when you're willing to like pay for food or drinks for a friend. I'm like, wow. I feel like every time I'm like, wow, I reached this level of friendship. Damn. This feels nice. This feels welcoming.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why. Because anyone ask me, yeah, I'm broke. It could be the day I it could be the day that I get dual my salary, my trust fund,
win the lottery. It could be everything. They can have picture with you like you got your check today.
Listen, I could be standing next to Elon Musk and him handing me €1 million for free without tax. And anyone asks me, yeah, I'm still broke.
I'm still broke.
I'm still broke. Let me decide if I have money. And that's based on you.
Based on you as a person. Not even the activity.
No. It's based on you. Because I've never broke for myself.
Never broke for myself.
True. Listen, I have never once went, I can't afford this food. You know?
Listen, I got the money. I ain't got the time for you. I ain't got the money for you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Listen, I'm broke means I've finished paying all my bills, and the money that I have left over, I'm gonna decide what I do with it.
This is, like people have their self-care day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is my self-care money.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
I budget myself to I guess only use €100 for like fun or whatever. But when it's like hanging out with you guys, I'm like, I'll make an exception.
Yeah.
And for example, I could say right now I have 20 in my bank, and when we hanged out a few days ago, I think I had 70 or 50. I wasted $20. I'm like, it's my homies.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could have 20 right now. I have to wait a week or 2 weeks. I'm like, they're my homies. They got my back.
It'd be like that.
Because I feel like friends, I think, because in our culture, we also talked about this, about multi-active cultures instead of linear or reactive cultures, but multi-active cultures, like we're a people person. And I feel like, I don't know, the satisfaction of going to a friend and just hanging out in their place without needing to spend money, just talk and have a good time. I feel like that's important.
Yeah, definitely. If we have to constantly spend money to have fun, then we're not really friends. We're not really friends. Then you're just an activity buddy. You're just an activity buddy.
That's the thing, because sometimes I want to do that, but I feel like not a lot of people are like that.
No, I have no idea. Nah. Listen, I'd be very happy. Anyone text me, any one of my good friends ask me yo, I ain't got nothing to do, but I don't want to do anything. How about you just come over and we do nothing together? I've been like, alright, cool. That sounds great. Listen, my friends could text me, let's go to the grocery store. I've been like, I bet.
Let's go.
But I didn't have any plans to either.
See, I want to do that, but I feel like right now, the age that we are right now in our current time, we just busy. Yeah. Because we're either working or doing school. I absolutely want to do that, but I'm like, but I could be studying. But at times I'm like, okay, I can hang out with them on Saturday. Yeah. We're going to hang out at night. We're going to eat together. Okay, then I don't have to go home and I don't have to cook. Yeah. I'll just eat with them. Easy peasy. Yeah. And then that's exactly what I do. I'm like, wow, I'm planning this to just be effective. So no time or day is wasted.
Yeah. You gotta start time blocking and everything.
But sometimes I like it. I like doing it on Saturdays. But the thing is, we don't have free travel on Saturdays. No. Then you gotta like, I should make the days in the week count. Yeah. I'm like, but I got school. I got work.
And then stuff magically pops up during the week. Because then, let's say, even if you have a couple free hours during the week, but after you come from school and work, you're like, you know what? These are going to be self-care hours. And by self-care, it means I'm going to be sitting on my couch and doing absolutely nothing. Nothing productive.
I could just come home and just...
Yeah.
And just nothing.
Just stare at the TV. It's not even on. It's just
not even static. Just black. I'm just staring at myself. Yeah. The reflection.
And you just start having thoughts, and you're like, all right, yeah, this is it.
This is.
And then you're like, okay, I'm gonna stop having thoughts. That's what that's something I realized now. That and I've only realized this with other guys that can do this. What? And I think it's very specific to only guys. But I feel like guys can just think about nothing.
Oh yeah.
Just nothing.
It's so nice.
It's so nice.
It's like there's nothing running.
My CPU is empty.
It's bliss. I feel like women or some people have no idea. When I say I turn my brain off, because it happened. Sometimes you just doze off. That my mind just goes off. I'm like, it's so bliss.
It's so nice.
I
Bro.
can't describe it.
I've never, cause like in my entire life, every time I try to mention this to a girl, they don't understand.
They don't understand.
They don't. They're like, "What do you mean you're not thinking about anything?"
I'm like, I don't.
I just don't. But like, if I explain this to my guy friends, they're like, "Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
love
I
that
know
shit.
what you mean.
That's my stuff right there." As a matter of fact, this whole conversation I wasn't thinking either. I'm just reacted to this.
I'm just reacting. But do you have?
So nice.
Wait, I have a question because, you know, like we said after school self-care day. Do you actually have a self-care day?
Not that I schedule it per se.
No,
But I just whatever kind of. It more or less happens naturally. But I usually pick like one day in the week. Mm-hmm. Probably like either a Saturday or Sunday where I don't really plan much.
But you choose from beforehand the week.
No, I kind of choose on the day itself, like during the weekend. And then like, let's say someone asks me like, okay, do you want to hang out on Saturday? Then be like, alright, okay, I'll hang out on Saturday. But then I know in my head, okay, that means Sunday I'm not planning anything.
Oh no, but that sounds like your rest day though.
Yeah, it's more like a rest day. Not that because I kind of try and fit self-care into every part of the day. Mm-hmm. So then in the morning that like, you know, you do your face wash, you do your whole routine. Yeah. That's part of self-care. You make sure you smell good, you look good. You get a haircut every month, 2 weeks, whatever works for you. Mm-hmm. To kind of just have it regularly in so that you don't need like a day and you can spread it out a bit more.
Because to me, I have like once a week, like I would say like Saturday or Sunday is self-care day. And to me, it's like exfoliate, moisturize, face mask, just relax, no school. Like something that I like, just sit down, play with my ukulele, or read a book. What else? Yeah, basically that. And each week of that self-care day, I'm like, I should get a haircut on my next day. That's like a me time. That's what I call a self-care day. It's like, oh, this is my relax hours. Like basically the essence of turning my brain off.
Yeah. No, it kind of happens more fluidly for me because sometimes like I know that I need to like, for example, I know I need to wash my hair like twice a week because if I don't, it gets like very oily and it'll start being flat, which I don't like. So I'm like, okay, but then I kind of just pick like I got an extra half an hour today.
Oh wait, give me a second. But what were we talking about again?
The last thing I remember was us talking about the nothing.
Oh yeah, the bliss, the state of
the
bliss. And self-care day.
That's self-care day.
Self-care day. But yeah, I have it just once a week.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know what? Sometimes I get the feeling to just randomly clean my room.
Yeah.
In the beginning, like Monday.
I clean like daily, more or less. Like I'll clean one thing daily.
When I wake up early, the first thing I do out of habit is I clean my bed.
Yeah, that's.
And then I clean up my room, and then I take a shower, eat something, and then I go to school. That's always been my habit, just my morning routine.
Okay.
What about you?
At the moment, I'm doing a routine that's from the book called The 5 a.m. Club. I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. anymore. I tried it. It's not for me.
Oh, that's way...
That's
Wait,
early.
what time do you go to sleep then?
I generally go to sleep between 9 and 10. But I don't wake up at 5 anymore. I tried it. It's not for me.
Bro, I sleep at like 12.
Nah. I really go to bed like... Well, at least I try to. Majority of the time I do. But, you know, you have those days where you've just been out and stuff happens and then you go to bed at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that happens. But, yeah, so the premises of the 5 a.m. club is, one, you have to wake up at 5 a.m., but I'm not doing that. That's not...
So, the 5 a.m., right? Wake up at 5.
Wake up at 5 a.m. I'm already forgetting that first rule, but, like, everything else, because it starts off, it's like when you wake up, you don't go on your phone or you don't do anything like that. And the first thing you do is that what I do is that I meditate, and I enjoy meditating. It gives you that whole empty mind that we were just talking about.
I feel like meditating is more like focus on that.
Yeah.
Because when I meditate, I sort of breathe and I kind of like listen or focus on my senses. And then for example, I start to feel actually like blood flowing. I actually start feeling my heart pumping. And then my mind just turns into visuals of that. That's for me meditating.
Oh, no, I don't have that. I've never had that. Because what I do is I just focus on breathing. That's it. Just pure.
Do you do the thing the square? The breathe in, hold, breathe out, hold, breathe in.
No,
hold,
I just do out. You breathe out longer than you breathe in.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that.
Yeah.
Why? I feel like
it slows down your heart rate.
Okay, that would make sense. That would make sense.
And then when your heart rate slow down, then you can your brain kind of goes a bit more empty. Because I feel like when you're stressed and everything, your heart rate goes up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when you have all those thoughts. But if your heart rate is down, then you're a lot more relaxed, and then you don't have those crazy thoughts anymore. And I think it's nice to start off the day with like a clear head.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that. And then the next part is I read a book. I read depending on what I'm reading. At the moment, it's Machiavelli. It's short description of it. It's about a guy trying to give a gift to a king or a prince, and the gift is education, and he tells him how he thinks you should rule a country. Yeah, and it's not all good tactics, but I think it's good to kind of see how stuff was ruled back then, and what kind of tactics was used, so that you can kind of be aware of what these tactics are, and then maybe you can kind of see it in modern day politics.
Interesting.
But it can get very dark. Like it's about.
Oh, really?
It can, like, I think there's one section of the book where it's like, if you have to do anything, like if you have to, let's say you're taking over a country, to like exterminate the bloodline. yeah, so it can get pretty dark.
I feel like that was one tactic.
That was a tactic.
That was a
definitely a tactic. Just like eradicate the entire bloodline.
But to me, I kind of like dark stories or gore stories, because I think I'm more interested when it comes to anime or manga or stories in general or movies. I like the psychological effect about it. The psychological, like how trauma is formed, how the mind or the person deals with it.
Yeah,
that's why I think
emotions.
That's why I think one of my favorite movies, psychologically wise, is the movie Joker.
Yeah.
I like it because it showed everything, like even the music, the color,
it really builds up.
The tone, it sets everything. You see him from
sane-ish
and going insane step by step, and towards like the end, showing just like there's one scene that he showed so much emotion in his face in a span of like 5 seconds. I'm like, that is an Oscar moment. Yeah. Because like you have to be in it in order to like portray and give that in a physical state. Because that is just strong. What's your favorite movie when it comes to psychology? If like
when you look, I don't know if it necessarily, because I don't really look at it like that. Like my favorite, there's like a psychological thriller kind of movies. I like those. Like Inception. Inception
was good.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. But I just really like it because there's so many aspects to it. It's because like if you've seen Inspection once, you miss a lot of details because you're just so focused on the plot. Once you understand the plot, then you start seeing more details and more details. And like it's really dope because then the more you watch it, the more you start to notice little details. And also there was a movie recently that's kind of like around the same premise. Inception was about going through people's dreams, and this one was about time travel. What was it called?
The second one. I remember somebody said, it's I can't remember if it's the same director or the same like mindset, but I know which one you meant.
Where they go back in, not necessarily go back in time,
but it kind of is.
Going back in time. Yeah, because like the bullets would go back in time and they would go back, and I forgot what it's called.
Wait, let me check real quick. I want to check that for sure.
You
gotta keep repeating it basically.
Yeah. Okay, I still can't remember the name of that movie, man.
The movie is called Tenet.
Yeah, that's the name. Tenet. Oh, amazing movie.
You know what's super interesting?
Tell me.
What is the main character's name?
They don't tell you his name.
His name, script-wise, is the main character.
The main character.
That's his name.
Yeah.
Because his name is not mentioned
at
not
all.
Once.
At all.
And you know what? The beginning and the ending, it's such a loop.
Yeah. That's the point. It's crazy.
It's. I feel like it's just infinite.
Yeah.
But it can't be infinite.
No.
Because the guy kind of like trained him. He said like, "Oh, we've met before." But I'm like, oh, so that means he found you and then trained you.
Yeah.
But how you're outside the loop?
Yeah. And then he said it's part of a bigger loop. So that's just like, geez, it gets even more complex.
The ending. How he just said that. He said that. I'm like, how did you think about that?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, doesn't that mean you're stuck?
Or that you're one level within multiple levels.
No, but like, does it ever end? Because it doesn't ever end. Because like, you're part of an infinite loop, and he knew the bigger loop, and I'm like, then why don't you just let it break?
Yeah.
Just let it break. But then
there's probably a reason for it. Yeah.
Because everything would have been destroyed.
Yeah, but that's only in that loop, so I don't know what happens.
No, exactly. That's why they keep repeating it.
Mm-hmm.
So the end of the world doesn't happen.
Yeah. But the thing is that's just one loop, and he said there are bigger loops. So if that's a small loop where the world ends, what on earth is happening in the bigger loops?
Oh.
Exactly. Like what is happening that you would train a soldier to train past you? What is going on that you need to do that?
Now, see, that to me, that brings out a mindset of, okay, there's an alternative reality.
Could be.
So I'm like, okay, so it's basically every reality just going down. It's basically because we're on a narrow path, like we're next to each other on a narrow path. So if one kind of leans toward the left, then it goes on a domino effect. It keeps going on the left, and the rest of the timeline or alternative like timelines on the right, they're never affected.
Yeah. The paradox of time.
The paradox of time. So you're stuck, G.
Yeah.
I feel like if you understand that, I feel like you'd be in torture. You would be in hell, G.
Yeah.
Because you're just stuck.
Yeah. You just keep doing the same thing. And even though it feels not new, everything feels new. In the end, it's not.
It's not. Because it's like, okay, in 5 days, I'm repeating these 5 days. Just keep going, and unconsciously. I'd be crazy. Jesus. Salute. Blessings.
Wait. Okay.
Another one.
Usually two come out. But
DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
I remember he was a hip back then.
Yo.
He was the thing. But then he turned into a meme.
Yeah. I feel bad for him.
Hey, but like
those memes get disrespectful, man.
But like he had so much money to like his child.
Yeah.
He just Instagram sponsorships, and
the child had an album.
An album.
And a kid can't even articulate words back then.
He's still trying to say that.
But he had an album, and a fire album too. That's the crazy part.
Which album was it? I keep thinking
the album was named after him, I think.
I keep thinking about the one with the baby in the ocean.
I think yeah, that's it.
Nirvana?
No,
Nirvana. Don't remember the name.
I don't remember the name. But the kid had an album.
You see his little
Can't even
just like out there, G, and a dollar just floating. I'm like, wow, that goes hard. That goes hard, G.
Beyond me.
Beyond me.
Beyond me.
You know, there's a Beyond Meat.
Yeah. That's also Beyond Me. Beyond Meat? No.
Beyond Meat.
No.
Could you be a vegetarian?
No.
No?
No. I mean, like, I dated a girl that was pescatarian. And, like, whenever she was around, not that she would force me to be pescatarian, but I would just do it. Because, one, it's just easier to cook that way.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in the Caribbean. I'll eat fish.
Hey, same.
Not a problem. But also, like, there would be days where, like, if I'm really cooking something, I'd eat meat. But whenever she's around, I'd mostly just either eat vegetarian, vegan, or or fish, because that's mostly what she ate. And like, there's really good vegan and vegetarian food, but it's just that I think it's just a lot easier to eat meat. Especially just to get in your calories, your protein.
Oh no, so I feel like for bodybuilding, off. Me queda bisa off. Papiamento. Or
Just I like being an athlete because when I used to
you
play
need
football,
calories.
yeah, you need for calories and you need proteins, and like of course you can get it from other sources, and you can get it from vegetarian, vegan.
Like you
But
can
it's
get
just
the
so much easier
It's
to cook a piece of chicken breast
Because-
than to calculate how much beans I need to eat to get the same amount.
I'm like a 1 piece of chicken or 5 cans of beans. Like which one?
You know?
Because it's a lot.
Yeah. And like tofu, and like at the moment, okay,
Never had tofu.
tofu, like it's good, but like to make tofu good, you need to go through some steps and you need to know how to make it. But like you throw a spice rub that you get from like Yumbo on a piece of chicken, you'll be fine, you know? Like it might not be completely what you enjoy, but you'll be okay. But like tofu doesn't work that way.
Don't work.
Even if you get extra firm tofu, you like season it with the same packet, you throw that on a pan, it's not gonna taste.
I
way you want it to.
once almost dated a girl that was a vegetarian, and you know what's funny?
What?
Because I already said I'm basically my life motto or hero is Adam Gomez.
I have
And
no idea who that is.
Adam Gomez, the Adam's Family.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So basically, like I was willing to turn into vegetarian with her,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what's
just
funny?
turn into vegetarian.
I turn into
It's
vegetarian.
like a cult. You would just join.
We
Just like
it's like worse than a church.
I'll repent my sins and
It's a
turn
community.
vegetarian.
But remember, like as we started talking and everything, I just started eating vegetarian stuff.
Yeah, it kind
And
of comes naturally.
Because I feel like here it's way easier.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I'm like, I can do this. And then randomly she just sent me a message saying like, I like you, you're a good guy, and you're super sweet, super nice, but I'm like, wow,
yeah, you know where it's
as
going.
if I've not heard this before.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't sugarcoat it.
No, just tell me.
But I just to me it's way easy. Like I can adapt a partner, funny enough.
Yeah.
And which is kind of toxic in a way because
Yeah,
I don't care myself.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do not. I do not.
You
I do
probably
not.
should. But you should.
But I feel like turning into a vegan is not that hard.
No,
Here in
like,
Netherlands,
honestly.
here in Netherlands.
In the Netherlands, nah. It's not that bad. Because especially, like, you can just go to a grocery store and get, like, really good vegan options. But it's just, usually the vegan options are a bit more expensive. Because you can buy chicken. I can go into the freezer section and buy, like, 750 grams of chicken for, like, €4. To get tofu, the same amount, like, equally with calories and all that stuff, very different. And to get like a Beyond Burger,
Beyond me.
Beyond Me, because that shit is expensive, bro. That is expensive.
Is it really expensive?
Compared to chicken?
Because
Yeah,
like
normal.
Co-op, which is like close to my place, sometimes they have like aanbiedingen, like deals.
Yeah,
and I see like
yeah. But if
Vivera,
anything in the aanbieding is gonna be cheaper.
true. I'm like it's
And
sales,
like
deals.
the issue is with like vegan stuff, the
Like-
good stuff is either mad expensive,
Mm-hmm.
or you just gotta get lucky and find like a good huismerk. But if you get a bad brand, like even a bad brand of chicken, it's still chicken. It's still going. You can work around it, but like a bad brand of like vegan burgers is just
It gonna ruin your life.
it's just you wanna like. I've never thought, let me go get a mushroom and beet burger. I've never had that thought, but like I know there's good vegan burgers. Like I've had them if you go to especially
The
like,
vegan
junk food bar.
Danky. I
place?
want to go to that place. I do want to go
Amazing.
because
That
it's
is amazing.
everybody says it's good, but I've never tried it.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like if I can get that kind of level for like the same price, I would have no issue. Okay, wait, no.
The way you're like, hey, wait, hold up. Wait.
let me. I'd be more inclined to.
Let
be
me
more inclined to.
rephrase it real quick.
Maybe then I'd be like one day out of the week I'd be like you, or like every once in a while I'd be like, let me take some vegan.
Yeah,
food.
like
That's okay.
it's right there. It's easy. Let me just
Yeah.
throw it on the grill. Make it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say tireri bestof.
Yeah.
Like nah, wait, wrong language.
Yeah.
But when I was in LA, everybody hyped like what was it again? Do you know the fast food chain in America in general? Can you name a few?
Like KFC, McDonald's,
Fast food, like
Burger
American
King.
fast food chains.
Wendy's, Chipotle.
No, chip. That's a sauce.
No, Chipotle is a
Is a
restaurant.
place. Well, I'm thinking. I can't remember. There's one place in LA where the menu was basically only
Baskin
3
Robbins.
items. Not Baskin
3
Robbins.
items.
It was only 3, and it was super cheap. But it's so good. It's not Five Guys. It's
Five Guys is expensive, by the way.
It is.
It tastes
truly
good, but
is.
I don't know.
I feel like I feel like in LA Five Guys tastes better than
Probably,
here.
probably. Americans know how to make food taste good by adding more fat and butter and shit. But that's a different story. But
Hey,
they
you
know
want-
how to do it.
You want food? You want grease?
You want fried butter?
You want fried? You want deep fried butter?
You want deep fried butter with your burger?
I tried to make like salchipapa a few days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I bought like the vegan sausages,
Mhm.
and as I tried to cut them, they don't cut like normal sausages.
No.
They cut like fucking clay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this is so weird. Why is it still sticky? Is this melting?
Mm-hmm.
And
You know that, but you know that
Mhm.
episode of SpongeBob where like it looks good on the burger looked good on the outside, but it was like
it was yeah.
yeah.
Nah, I don't want to
That's-
ever experience that.
No.
Never bought, and it wasn't unbeating Vivera.
Yeah, see?
But the thing is, like, they are a good mark,
Mm-hmm.
but they're super expensive. my
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
It's like €4, €5. I'm like, damn, I can buy it like even bread. It's so weird to me how bread is like 90 cents,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole bread like 120 back home in Aruba.
Mm-hmm.
A loaf of bread was €6.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think it's all the way up to 9.
€9
Can you imagine
for
that
a loaf of bread?
loaf of bread?
Nine
Not a
eu-
loaf. I mean, a whole bread.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
whole.
Yeah, a whole thing of bread. €9.
And if you transfer that to euro, 9
Florin.
Florin. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
9
That's
florin.
why I was like €9.
€9,
for bread?
what?
Jeez. Aruba is
What, Colombia?
expensive.
Is y'all
Colombia.
economy that bad?
Yo.
But no, it's like 9
Florin.
florin. But if you change that to euros, it's like
3, 4.
3, 4.
Yeah,
Still expensive.
yeah, yeah.
But and
Compared.
it's interesting to me when I think of mindset of, okay, does it cost more here or there? And
Mhm.
most people back home are like, oh, you're in the Netherlands, you gain euros, you can live off it. I'm like, I mean, like back home, if I could live with that, I can't, because everything is so expensive. But here, it's just not because it's euros, not
Mhm.
because its value is higher. It's just it's cheap.
Yeah.
A lot of things are cheap
Yeah, if you
but
know where to get them.
if you know where to get them.
Yeah.
But the main problem is everything costs money. Like going to the toilet, fam.
That water bill?
That what?
Turning on your heater?
Ooh. But the thing is, like, sometimes it's because it's hygienic, it's clean.
Yeah.
So you're paying for the toilet, so you expect it to be clean.
Yeah.
So there is somebody to clean it.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it's free, you're like, ooh, free. And when you go
Can't
inside
complain.
of it,
Can't complain.
you better shut up.
Yo,
G.
you just gotta aim and leave.
Just go buy a vegan salchicha. That's vegan sausage.
Yeah, yeah,
That would taste better.
yeah.
But like, I remember in McDonald's, we're never going to McDonald's again.
Well, we can never go to that McDonald's.
Not in
again.
Rotterdam.
We're never
In
going to that
Rotterdam,
one.
we're not going anymore. But I mean, we got other places.
Yeah, yeah.
We got other
We're
places.
you're just avoiding those two McDonald's.
You're like blacklisted my
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah, yeah. No.
No, I think if I grew a beard
Mhm.
and just dye my hair, then I
Mhm.
would.
Maybe.
I hope.
Unless they see through the disguise.
Ooh.
They gotta.
I'll just wear glasses and a
They
mustache.
probably got you on tape for sure.
Oh no, they got me on tape for
They
sure.
got you on tape for sure.
I remember
The rest of us were cool, but yeah, boy, they.
I
got
was
you on
I
the
was out of
blacklist.
pocket, because when we were ordering on the machine, I was dancing.
Yeah, yeah.
They were putting Lady Gaga. G. I was in my
We
jam.
were just going out to. The rest of us were like, oh, God. This guy-
And then what I said was really out of pocket.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
wow!
Yeah, yeah.
I can't
We're
believe.
not. We can't even say that.
No, we're not
It was very
saying
out of
that.
pocket. We can't say this on live TV.
But the thing is, like,
You're
I feel like I'm
definitely
just no.
not. Yeah, hands down.
Hands down. But I feel like I'm more of a indoor person than.
Mhm.
But that's a funny thing, because I'm also an extrovert.
Mhm.
Like, I like doing stuff, but I think, like, I like volleyball, I like acting, I like dancing. But when I'm at home, I'm like, I enjoy this as much
Mhm.
as I enjoy being outside.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm a social person, so does that make me an extrovert hermit?
Hermits. An extroverted couch potato.
Am I?
Am I?
Because I got 2 ukuleles, my guy.
Yeah.
I got ukulele. I have a bunch of Funky Pops. I have like some of my mangas too.
Mhm.
Actually, they're not my actual like manga collection because I
Mhm.
think collecting is way expensive.
Yeah.
So I just buy
Got a
like
couple.
a chapter
Mhm.
of the series. Like
Mhm.
for example, D series like Solo Leveling, I finished it.
Mhm.
Full Metal Alchemist, I finished it.
Oh, yeah.
Berserk, I'm reading the manga, and this one I was reading the manga. But if they're my favorite, I would buy something of it
Mhm.
just as a reminder.
Mhm.
Like for example, my keychain, Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, yeah.
Like even my earrings, I have anime earrings.
Mhm.
Like a bunch of my other stuff is just anime,
Mhm.
but I don't show that much because that I'm a weeb. I just don't. I'm like, I'm just no. It's not necessary.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be defined like that.
I've met like people. They're like, oh hi, I'm Alex. I'm gay. I'm like, why is that like a eigenschap? Why is that a characteristic? Can't you just say hi, I'm Alex? Because have you ever said like,
maybe it's important for him that you know.
oh true, but that's the thing. That's the thing. To me, I'm like, I don't mind what you are. I'm just, if you treat me well, I'll treat you well.
Yeah.
Respect equals respect.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely.
Do you think old people, do they deserve respect or they gain it?
I think everyone deserves respect until you do something that earns you less respect. So I treat everyone with respect, no matter who they are. But you do something to get less respect, then yeah. So let's say like everyone gets more or less around the same treatment. I'll treat everyone with equal respect.
That was the main thing. Like with respect, I meant, does everybody get the same treatment?
In the beginning, yeah, definitely for me.
In the beginning, yeah.
In the beginning, everyone gets the same amount of respect. And then if you do something stupid,
and then you're like, hey, I
then
can't hang out. I'm broke.
I'm broke. Yeah,
I'm broke.
Exactly.
I'm broke. I can't. But it's interesting actually.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, did you ever go on a vacation somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I go on a vacation. Well, go back home.
No, I mean, but have you ever been to another place, on an island, for example, or a country?
I've been to Curacao a couple of times because I have family there.
Tell me about that.
It's really nice. I really do like Curacao. But then yeah, my mom has family there. So we go every once in a while. I think back when I was in Samoan, we go like every 2 years. And we just we stay with them for a little bit, and then we kind of just do events. And I really enjoyed like going to Bandabao, Punda, Otrabanda, Mambo Beach, Klein Curacao. Those places were really nice.
This man said Otro banda.
Otro
banda.
banda.
Because I know for a fact that you know a few words in Papimento.
Yeah. I'm learning it.
Do you like languages in general?
I don't really like languages, but I feel...
Because I feel like you're the person that learns languages very fast.
Yeah, I pick it. I generally I can pick up things very quickly, and I don't necessarily like languages, but I like the social aspect that languages will give you. Because like, let's say there's someone from Aruba, Bonaire, Curaçao, and like if we have a conversation, and I don't say anything in Papiamento, we can be cool, definitely, and I can make friends. But if I start with, hey, someone introduces me, and they go, usually because they know I'm from if someone introduces me, they know I'm from the Caribbean. Yeah. And so they just go, hey, this guy's from Curacao. And then I just go, hey, Ruman Kotabay. Immediately we're friends. Immediately.
True.
Immediately we're buddies.
Because I met like, in my opleiding, I've met the different people or different places. And usually I pick up some words from them.
Yeah.
And when I say they feel more...
They feel a lot more comfortable. Like you...
Extremely.
Yeah.
And I know a few words in Polish because I was talking to a Polish girl. I only know the basics of Polish. I think it's Straski, Zestra. Or in this case, Straski, brat. And I think it means hey brother. But I can't remember if it's Bulgarian or... No, I think it's Bulgarian. No, Bulgarian? I think it's Bulgarian. I have no idea.
The only word I know in Polish is kurva. That's it.
Kurva.
Because I have a friend from Poland, and that's all she says.
I used to say like...
She says it so much. I was out. She has road rage too, so I was just...
Really?
She was driving, and I was...
learn with that.
She was just going kurva the whole time. And she sprinkles that shit in just casually, you know?
Oh, absolutely. I used to know a lot of like slurs in Polish, but the only thing I'm thinking is slurs or curse words.
Okay, yeah. Like that's how you should start learning.
I would always say like schmier schmidt głodny, like with my girl that I was talking to at the time, and that means like, oh, I'm hungry. Or
see, that's an important one.
You know what's funny? I'm hungry. You know what? The cutest thing I always say to her when she leaves, I would say like "dai bougie," which is a cute way of saying like, "Oh, can I have a kiss?"
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's a nice one. Yeah.
Oh, or I would say jestem śmieszny. Jestem śmieszny, and that means am I funny?
Oh.
And then she would say, "Oh, tak.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
yes.
I'm like, dobrze. Dobrze means okay or good. Or if they ask like how are you? It's like, oh, jestem dobrze.
Okay.
Or dobre, one of those.
Okay.
I think right here I have this. I got it as a gift, and I have a bunch of Polish words on it. I have piskati, which means
you have
sassy.
Polish words on
Yeah,
that?
śmieszne, dobrze, and pięknie.
Oh, you literally just wrote these words.
Literally
okay.
was.
Okay, that makes
And I have
sense.
one classmate, Marcelina. She's also from Polish, and like through her, I can kind of read Polish, kinda, because it's so different when I see it. But I'm like, okay, because it's my culture. I don't know because we only have normal letters. But I'm
Normal
like,
letters.
No, it's not normal letters. Wow, okay, that's
We just
bad.
have the generic letters.
The generic. Is
Yeah,
it what is it called? Because
What?
like our alphabet, what is it called?
It's a Latin-based alphabet.
Latin based. See, that's why I said normal, because I don't know what's the actual name of it. Because for example, if
But I mean, for them, it's normal.
no, for now.
Yeah.
But when I see, for example, Japanese, they have 3 like
Yeah,
alphabet.
you have characteristics.
Characters. Katakana, hiragana, katakana, and kanji.
Yeah.
And
Those
basically,
those are more like picture-based languages.
isn't it symbol based?
Symbol-based, picture-based.
Is it the same thing?
As far I don't
as
know.
far as I know.
Yeah,
But I can read like a certain like few letters in hiragana and katakana in Japanese. I can read them, but they're still complicated because I'm like, I have no reference. Because you're born that the letter A looks like an A and sounds like an A.
Yeah.
But when you have a picture of a cat, I'm like, this what is this? And like, oh, it's a letter T. I'm like, T? Why doesn't it look like a cross? That would help me. I'm like, they're like, what is a cross?
yeah. Why'd you say that one? Why did you say it in that accent? No,
Because
that wasn't a Japanese accent. That was not.
No, because I have Chinese like classmates, and they would say that, and I'm like, oh wait, y'all don't have Jesus.
No,
they have a different type of religion or gods in general, which to me is interesting. The whole concept of gods. Like I think my favorite concept of God is Greek gods.
Okay.
I find it absolutely interesting. Don't know why. And it's interesting to know, like, oh, is it real or is it not real? Like, what do you think, Savio?
I think everyone has the right to choose whatever religion they think is best.
It's sort of like
that's a politically correct answer. You're not about to catch me on this one. Whatever anyone wants to believe, they're gonna believe. You know, like I've had discussions about religion.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I've had
debate or just
just talking about friends and everything, because I have friends that have
other religions.
But like in the end, everyone's a good person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even it doesn't matter what their religion is. Everyone's a good person, and whatever they believe and however they want to follow their religion is up to them.
True.
And you know, no one's a shitty person because of their religion. They're a shitty person because they're a shitty person.
Was it? There's one word is not guilty until proven otherwise.
That's not a word. That's a sentence.
But there's a certain word. There's a certain word for it actually. I know because I used to say it a lot. I'm not gonna.
But I understand that. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that if assholes are assholes, I'm gonna treat them as assholes.
Yeah, exactly. No one is good or bad because of their religion. Everyone is good or bad because of who they are. And I mean, the religion helps because religion gives you guidelines for it.
Do you think it's more of a culture thing? Like you're a good person or not, depending on your culture?
No.
Because I feel like
genuinely think that people are just assholes. Assholes will be assholes. It doesn't matter what your religion is, what your background is, what your nationality, what your ethnicity. Assholes are just assholes.
If you're a bad person, you're a bad person.
Yeah. That's just something from within.
You think there's such a thing as like a villain origin story?
A religion origin story?
Like in every person?
That's...
Like you're not... They're city
I mean,
boy.
your love life would probably be...
Nah, I'm a city boy origin
You're a city
story.
boy origin story. Okay. No, I mean, like, there's an origin story for like I guess for serial killers. I mean those. I mean, in real life, I think those are the closest things.
You mean like the documentaries?
Yeah, like the documentaries.
Have you ever seen one of the documentaries?
Yeah. I really like those kind of.
Really?
I used to read I've read every Sherlock Holmes story.
What? Wait, book?
All the stories. Every single one of them.
Which one's your favorite?
I really like the story where it's about Sherlock Holmes and his arch nemesis Moriarty. That one.
He had an arch nemesis. Oh yeah,
Moriarty.
wait. No, but in every book, does he have a new arch nemesis, or is it just?
It's mostly always Moriarty. That's kind of like the main folklore for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he has like there's a lot of like different stories in between and different adaptations of it. But also there's a really cool story where Sherlock Holmes gets outsmarted. And what happens, just very brief, is that he was hired to get something from a girl who had incriminating evidence of a king. And he had to like steal the evidence back, but she figured it out before he could.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like one of the few times he's ever been outsmarted.
Huh.
So that's a really cool story as well.
I feel like I could be a book person, but it would take a lot of time. I mean, because I feel like with anime or videos in general, I can just watch it and do something in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, book, you have to invest.
Yeah.
Like if you're reading, you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
You're reading.
Yeah. You can't do anything else.
Can't do anything else. Can't wash the dishes. Can't.
No. But that's actually why I like it, so that it makes you focus.
Because I remember there's one book, Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
Not the actual Dante's Inferno, but I think it's called Inferno by Dan Brown.
Yeah.
And I really liked that book.
Mm-hmm.
I remember as I was reading it, I was kind of like grabbing like a video in my own mind how it would seem like, and it was super interesting. Like it was a way thick book.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I feel like this could be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I would enjoy every step of it. And it's funny when you're speaking to somebody that's also reading the same book, and they're like, "Hey, did you find this part amazing?" I'm like, "Whoa, bro, yeah!" Like when I read that, I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Sound like a nerd." Sound like a nerd.
A little bit.
But
yeah,
I generally
love
like
books.
movies though, because the whole hero anti-hero aspect, I kind of like it. Depending on how it's like filmed, like how is the story portrayed, like a superhero comes up, or are we following the bad person, or random origin story.
Yeah. I really like it. But also like I think a lot lately, especially in anime, where it's not like right now the big thing in anime is isekais, where you die, you come back. Isekai. And you come back, and there's a lot of cool takes on it, because you have like the ones where you become like, some of them
reincarnated.
they become like the villain, and like there's one recently where the guy, instead of being a hero, he gets reincarnated as a weapon.
Huh?
Yeah. The time I got reincarnated as a sword.
Wow. For some reason I thought you were gonna say reincarnation healer or something like that.
I know that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say that for some reason.
No. But you also have like there's like reincarnated as a shield bearer. That one.
Oh, the shield. That was I was reading the manga of that one.
That one's actually fire. But like
That's
I recently watched that one where the guy's a sword. And I was like, that's interesting. That's
interesting.
New take. That's a new take. Imagine you're not even the hero.
You just a sword.
You're just a legendary sword, which is fire, which is cool. But like,
you're
what
being
do you do?
used.
Yeah.
Do you like talking about anime? Do you like reality series or reality TVs or like series like Flash or something like that?
Yeah. I think that they can be pretty entertaining, and it's kind of nice to have like a superhero story. Everyone enjoys a good superhero story.
But you have friends. That's what you put in the background on your TV. You put friends.
Yeah. Cause I'm if I start playing Flash, I'm gonna watch it, or like Green Arrow or whatever.
I've heard Flash. It gets like at a certain season, it just turns trash.
Yeah.
The quality. Why? Why does that happen?
I don't know. Another studio takes over, or they lose budget, or
sounds like anime.
They get complacent. Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Like Ezra Miller. You know about him, right?
I'm really bad with names.
The guy that played the Flash.
Okay, yeah.
And that he was little kids, and he was on the run, and then he was posting on Instagram how was he on the run.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
It's like as crazy as like Pablo Escobar, like one
Yeah,
of the,
yeah,
like,
in front of the White House,
in
right?
front of the White House.
I was just thinking
I'm
about
like,
that.
hey, that goes hard. That goes hard.
You know how the cojones you gotta have.
Cojones?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
gotta. Yo,
heavy metal, G.
bro, homie said I am number 1 on Interpol's list. Let me take a selfie. Let me.
I bet. Let me
Bet.
prove it.
And he didn't even. No, he wasn't a selfie. He had someone take the picture.
And he holding his son, no, and his son just like moving on the side, like, "Thank you, Carlos."
Yo, that's
You-
hard.
You know what's the most gangster thing to me
What?
that he ever did? Like when his daughter was feeling like cold,
Yeah, yeah, he burnt money.
burnt money. G.
Crazy.
Man said like, "Hey, yo,
Millions
this?
of dollars?
Millions?
Nah, my kid is
Fuego!" Without a single thought. G.
without a single thought. That is.
To me, I'm like, to me, I respect him in a way like how important
Yeah, yeah.
family is.
Yeah.
Like the fire part, just
Just burnt money.
burn money. But the White House, I'm like, that's how gangster you
That
are.
is
G.
crazy.
That's
That is.
wild.
Dog. You know how much of a flex?
Hey,
That is the
Interpol.
ultimate flex.
Interpol.
Flex.
I feel like if you're a villain, like your target or your main goal is like to be wanted by Interpol.
And this man said, "Oh, y'all were hunting me?
He
That's
said, "Wait,
funny.
what? Me? Good luck."
You think I'm scared?"
But the way he went
That's a
out was
flex.
kind of sad. G.
Yeah.
On his birthday, 35th, I think it was 35th or something like that. Like, and he had so much movies or series about him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like,
I think he's like one of the most well documented people on earth.
I feel like he's
She's a-
interesting story.
Yeah, it's a crazy story, definitely.
But you know what's funny? Like a lot of like American serial killers, I feel like there's so much to America. I'm like, bro, Colombia, we have Pablo Escobar, top that. And
Yeah.
I
What
know
are you gonna? Well, how are you gonna top that guy?
what I know they have Jeffrey Dahmer,
Not into Pablo.
not the
Not
Pablo.
into
There's just
Pablo.
also one person that was apparently very handsome and he ate people. Don't even see. They're not
Jeffrey
even
Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
See,
Jeffrey Bundy.
that's
Ted
how
Bundy.
hard it took.
Yeah, but Pablo?
Pablo,
Never.
Hey,
I would
goat.
never. I would never disrespect Pablo.
Never in a million
Yo,
years.
yo. I don't
Damn.
even like. He could be wrong, and I'd still apologize. I'm not messing with him.
You're like,
He has my utmost respect. I would never mess with this guy.
if you see the people from the past, you're like, oh, Michael Jackson, oh, like LeBron James, Pablo,
I'm sorry.
cojones,
I'm sorry. You.
cojones, my
That's
guy.
crazy. That's crazy.
I respect that.
That is crazy.
Wild. But that has been the episode, I'd say, because I think we're way beyond.
Probably
we're an hour.
like
We're an
an
hour
hour.
and 13 minutes in. Oh, it could be. It could be less when I cut it a
Could.
bit. But I think we're almost an hour in. G.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna stop it right there.
Mhm.
Savio, thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I said that first.
Yeah. But I wanted you to know that I was thankful. I was more thankful than you.
I was
what-
more.
Yeah. That's the important
Well,
part.
it sucks for you because I wanted it even more.
That's beyond me.
Beyond
All right,
me.
everyone. Peace.
Bye.